This presentation is brought to you by Arizona State University's Julianne Wrigley Global Institute of Sustainability and a generous investment by Julianne Wrigley.
What I want to talk to you about today is what I call the challenges of equity to sustainability. I want to explore why equity and distributional disparity threaten sustainability. Many people in the United States sustainability community of interest have a blind spot where equity and environmental justice challenges intersect sustainability. I maintain that we could achieve sustainable policies and practices today. That is, today we could say everything from here forward might be sustainably manufactured, zero waste, no pollution, no toxins. We might be able to solve every problem of sustainability from today going forward, but we would still be unsustainable. And that is because we cannot be sustainable unless we engage the disparities that historically have been created around intentional public policies. The disparities that we are faced with, both environmental, economic, and social, are products of a deliberate public policy. And they have left a history of disparity with which we must deal in order to be sustainable. The challenge of sustainability and equity requires honest recognition of what is going on around us. I believe that there is no ethical action that can come from any other foundation except an honest and complete appraisal of what is going on around us, and that includes a history of racism and classism and sexism and all sorts of exclusions around the isms that we inherited as mental paradigms and public policy paradigms. We can't begin to deal effectively with the issues of sustainability unless at the same time we are willing to engage our history. And that history will call for a high order of both forgiveness and a commitment to pay forward. So let me begin my lecture today by defining three very basic terms. Forgive me for the simplicity. I know that some of you have come from the academic community, some of you have come from the larger community, and I want to make sure I'm understood. So let me begin by defining sustainability. There will be a test. I like the visual image of sustainability that you see to my left. This is a piece of glass work by Dale Chihuly. Many of you may know Dale Chihuly because he's a Pacific Northwest glass artist, and he's done installations here locally at the Desert Botanical Gardens. Very beautiful stuff. What you see in that image are nested glass baskets. And Dale gave me permission to use this image when I talk about sustainability because this is the way I envision sustainability. We have three nested, very fragile vessels. The outer one represents the earth in our environment and our ecosystems. And nested within that larger, fragile vessel are other vessels equally fragile but smaller. And they represent our economy and our communities. To me, this image captures an important idea about sustainability, how fragile we are. And the fact is that that outer vessel might be broken by an asteroid or a comet. We don't have control over that yet. But it might also be broken from within. That is to say, destabilization that comes from within that nested figure is just as capable of doing damage as any comet or asteroid. We have to attend to all of them. And the task of sustainability is learning to live within those sorts of fragile relationships And learning to configure our lives and our communities within that nested glass vessel is, to me, the task of sustainability.
This presentation is brought to you by Arizona State University's Julianne Wrigley Global Institute of Sustainability for educational and non-commercial use only.